Hey, so before you watch this video, I have a few things I would like to address. Number one, this was filmed 5 months ago, like right before the first semifinal of Eurovision 2025 happened. So a good chunk of the information is a little dated or not addressed. Number two, I used a very shoddy editing program that doesn't work as well anymore. I would like to excuse the poor editing on my behalf, but I just could not be bothered working with this anymore. And three, this is only a portion of what I had originally filmed. There was supposed to be more, but like I said, I couldn't be bothered editing this on this specific program anymore. I have moved to a better program, so if I were to make a future follow-up to this video, it will have a more efficient rate of being put out. So enjoy the video and thank you for watching.
Hello, it's me, your second favorite Vibe member after Mate. Welcome to my channel. So I think it's pretty evident by now that I am quite a bit of a Vibe fan, with me even moderating the actual Discord server for them. As a little gift to the community, I have decided to get everyone together and make this little Vibe iceberg thing. The iceberg is laid out from general knowledge to the depths of why do we know this about Vibe? And we will be going through all of it together and learn about these two little Icelandic elves that people have fallen in love with. This is just yap. This is a lot of yap. So the first tier is going to be a bit of a speed run. It's not much that needs to be explained. The duo Vibe consists of two brothers who are not twins and they are not Jedward. Their names are Halfdan, also known as Big Vibe, and Matthias, or Matti, also known as Small Vibe. Matti is so small. Like this, you see this? This is how small he is. He sat on my shoulder when I first met him in Amsterdam. And this year they are representing Iceland in Eurovision with their song Roa. If you're wondering what Roa is about, it's as simple as rowing a boat to Faroe Islands and Greenland. It's as simple as that. If you really try to ask them what it's about, they might tell you that it's about trying to reach your goals or something.
No matter how much water, how many waves, just keep on going. Yes. Don't stop.
Whatever happens in life, just keep on rowing.
Because if you stop, you might sink.
Yes.
And I think if you've even seen a bit of Vibe's social media presence, you're very aware that they're quite into the odds of Eurovision.
No, bro.
They even coined the phrase bet the farm, trying to encourage people to bet on them.
Bet the farm on Vibe.
I recall they had a pizza party for the first time that they hit the 34th spot. It was literally the best day of their lives. They've mostly been promoting this on their YouTube channel, which they use for all types of videos. Reactions, Minecraft. They love Minecraft, by the way. I'm recording this on the day where the rehearsal video came out, and they love Minecraft. And their other contributions to the Eurovision channel have been a cover of Yaya Ding Dong, because, you know, people always ask the Icelandic representatives to sing Yaya Ding Dong. And they finally did it. Yaya Ding Dong, my love for you is growing right along. What else are they supposed to do? Sing their own song? Sing Biomind at the London pre-party? I don't think so. Hello. Editor Danda here. I seem to have forgotten to mention the fact that there was also a jazz/English version of Roa.
Rowing today, rowing tonight, rowing to where the stars are bright.
And a cover of Welcome to the Jungle. And of course they have their iconic glasses that they wear every performance, every outing. We have never seen their eyes. It has never happened in the times that it has happened. People go crazy. Literally, people start crying. They start screaming. That is how effective seeing their eyes is. And of course you have the comparisons people make to Jedward, because, you know, they're two brothers that look alike and they are on stage wearing silver. And whether they are or are not Jedward is kind of up for debate. Vibe have made a video claiming that they are clones of Jedward, but also they have appeared on carpet events saying they are not Jedward. The jury's still out on that.
They're also really big dreamers.
That would be a dream.
That would be a dream.
That would be a dream.
That would be a dream. Maybe for first. That would be a dream.
That would be a dream.
That would be a dream. That would be a dream.
That would be a dream.
That would be a dream. Maybe for first. That would be a dream.
For layer 2, we're gonna do a little bit of explaining. I don't have a script, so I'm raw dogging life right now. I'll do my best as a vibe historian, a vibe historian, if you will.
It's the Italian brain rot.
One thing Vibe are going to do is jump on the recent meme trends. And Italian brain rot just so happened to be happening while they were in their promotional phase in the Eurovision pre-parties. We would often get things like tung 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 sahur, ballerina cappuccina, and tralaleo tralala, all of them getting mentioned like randomly throughout the day. And if you want to blame somebody for this, blame Matti. Matti is the one that introduced Halfdan to this.
Got good vibes only. Adder Ingeborg.
Inki Bauer is an Icelandic producer who frequently collaborates with Vibe. The way they met is that Matti kept messaging Inki Bauer for a collab. The first time he refused, but eventually he did come to it. And the songs that came out of it they've been bangers. They have been literally cinema. The best music you have ever heard. Speaking of, VÆBBERG, as the name suggests, is the collaborative effort between Inki and Vibe, where they have created some of the best music you have ever heard, including Alveg Sama. Alveg Sama is the best song Vibe have ever created. As a separate entry, we have Toilet Riz.
Góðir Íslendingar, blah blah blah, ha ha ha.
What it is just an intro of like 30 seconds where the former Icelandic president yaps all the tracks that are in the EP. Like that's it. He just names all the EP songs. People will listen to this into the future and think, wow, Toilet Riz, amazing. Editor Peng is Vibe's editor, as simple as that. He has been doing a great job editing their Minecraft videos. He's supposed to do more videos, but Vibe haven't actually sent him the footage for it. Vibe, if you see this, please send him the talent show footage. Yippee! He's also a relatively decently sized YouTuber himself. He makes Roblox SCR content, which is Roblox trains, I believe. And you know what? Good for you, Peng. You're doing a great job. I hope you make it out of the basement one day. And also, while I'm at it, Peng is Lithuanian. And for some reason, Vibe have a pretty big Lithuanian fan base. I am Lithuanian as well. The eventual Vibe Lithuanian concert is gonna go fucking hard. I'm telling you right now.
Imagine Catharsis and Vibe.
ESC, Gabe, and Jay. I don't think Gabe needs an introduction if you are in the Eurovision space, but he is one of the largest Eurovision-related YouTubers who makes great content regarding national finals, his own rankings, and he just brings a lot of relative news. And Jay is his editor who makes frequent appearances on the channel, mostly on the live streams. How are they related to Vibe? Well, Gabe happens to be Vibe's favorite YouTuber, and after an exchange of YouTube comments, there was a live stream on Gabe's channel where Gabe, Jay, Vibe, and another group of people that will be mentioned later ended up raising money for Ukraine and donating it. It was a great little introduction thing. Everybody had fun. From there, the friendship blossomed. Gabe, Jay, and Vibe ended up playing Minecraft together. There were some fun interviews that happened, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be more stuff happening in Bustle, but I don't know if it's out already, but you guys keep an eye on it. More Vibe and Guide. Bio Mint. Mint was their previous effort from 2024. It was a great song. I'm pretty sure that it came second in the finale with the televote, but the juries decided to tank it. It was a great robbery. People cried. People rioted on the streets.
They found out that Ed Nettie stopped playing on the TV.
Out of all the Songva Kepnin songs from 2024, it was actually the only one to chart. Vibe's impact, as they would say. I didn't mention it before, but the last name Halfdan and Matti share is Mattiasson. So that makes Matti Mattiasson. Just a fun little fact. Gisli Martin is a Icelandic TV show host. He also does the Icelandic commentary for Eurovision. And I guess who just so happens to be obsessed with him. They've been trying to get on his show since they were starting off. There were emails that were left unanswered, but you know, eventually they did make it on his show. They have a song written for him, and they even mention Gisli in Roa. Now, this is something that I need you guys to make sure does not make it out of this video. This is a little secret between me, you, and Vibe. When Hafton takes his sunglasses off, there's a pair of actual glasses in there because Hafton is very blind.
Þegar ég með þessi gleru suðinu, skilur gett nett, skilur, en ég með gleru inni, skilur, en smá leini.
Blind gang. I'm not wearing glasses right now, but W glasses. And of course, there's Coca-Cola and White Monster to a lesser extent. They fucking love Coca-Cola Zero. They're always chugging it. You can see them carrying a bottle. Mate has been seen just pulling them out of nowhere, out of his pockets. Their blood is just Coke. It's just a brown stream of Coca-Cola Zero. Tier 3. We're getting into the good stuff, guys. This is where some of you might not know these things. Kyle Horse is a recurring character in their Minecraft series. She is named after Kyle Alessandro, the Norwegian representative for Eurovision 2025. Kyle himself often references him as a horse when around Vibe. He is just very, very excited to be mentioned in these videos.
And I'm horse!
Celine Dion is somebody that Vibes speak of frequently, apparently. She is one of their favorite musicians of all time. They even gave her a little happy birthday message this year in the form of an Instagram video.
We wanted to come here and say happy birthday, Celine Dion. Now we're gonna put photo when we met.
I remember.
That was a good day.
That was so fun when we met Celine Dion.
It would be amazing if they managed to meet her in Basel, but you never know.
You never know.
There was an interview where VÄBBERG asked who they think are gonna win Eurovision. After the interviewer made the funny little joke that, oh, haha, Iceland are gonna win, Matti interjected and said,
If not Iceland, then Albania, yes.
They have this really cute friendship with Škoda Elektronika. Especially Cole. Cole is literally their favorite person ever. They all have pictures together. There was this one Spanish interview that Cole literally overtook to go interview Vibe about just anything. I hope that somehow this will end up in the best collab you have ever heard between the goats. The absolute goats of Eurovision. My literal top 2, by the way. There's a phenomenon that Vibe have encountered over their TikTok journey. Whenever they go out to try and promote themselves to get some votes, every single person just so happens to not be from the country that is eligible to vote.
And then I think this conversation can't go much longer.
There have been so many British people these guys have encountered, but none of them are able to vote because they're British. The UK is not voting in the first semifinal. They did try to promote themselves in Spain, but nobody paid attention.
This was kind of the fumble of the century.
I've heard that they will also be trying in Basel. We'll see how that goes when it does. Given their track record, it's not gonna... I'm hoping for the best. So as content makers, Vibe are very susceptible to leaking stuff or little secrets, but there's a very big difference between how the two brothers do it. While Matti is actually very, very subtle when it comes to his hints.
Welcome to the jungle! We have games! Oh my god. We can't...
Halfdan's approach is practically holding himself back from leaking anything just straight up. And sometimes he can't even hold himself back. He will just tell you straight up what he's doing. When talking about Biomind, it's hard not to bring up the Biomind monkey, which was a prominent character, especially in the performances of Biomind. Because of course, who doesn't love a giant ape costume? And because he was such a big fan favorite, the boys brought him back for the VÄBBERG final and made him do little challenges with one of the hosts, including
Bottle flip challenge!
Nee. Okay.
So if you're a cat lover like me, you're gonna be very excited to find out that the boys do actually own cats. Real names are currently unknown, but one of them is called Big Vibe Cat and the other one is called Small Cat Vibe. The naming originality is astounding. And I'm not actually sure which one's supposed to be the Big Vibe Cat and which one's the Small Vibe Cat. I think it just switches depending on which one of the guys is holding the cat. The patented Vibe rating system. Now, it's not a very complicated way of rating things. A lot less complicated than giving something a score from 1 to 10, I believe.
One piano.
I will give you one piano.
3 potatoes. Yes.
I have to give this diamond block.
Yeah, 3 diamond blocks. 9 tomatoes. 15 Coca-Cola. 15 Icelandic flags.
I give this one cowboy hat.
6 newspaper.
6 newspaper.
VIBETech was Vibe's very first album released back in 2022. It included both of their singles that were released prior to the album and also includes such hits as Tom Holland, where they sing literally about Tom Holland. Or maybe you're more of a fan of Lala, where the Teletubby Lala becomes their parental figure. Do not ask me what goes through their minds when they write their lyrics. I don't know.
I don't care! I don't care!
Sumarit Svekokur is a parody of Marcus and Martinez's song Unforgettable, which represented Sweden back in 2024. In it, the boys sing about just how amazing it is during the summer here in Iceland. There was a TikTok where Vibe met Nemo, who was the Swiss representative and winner of Eurovision 2024. And in it, Matti reveals that he is actually the voice actor for Nemo in Finding Dory, which is also why he has a tattoo of Nemo. There have been multiple times where the boys have expressed that Silvia Night is potentially their favorite Icelandic entry.
And number one, of course.
Number one, of course.
Congratulations, Sylvia Night. That's a good song.
Yes.
Which is very valid. Sylvia Night deserves a lot more love than she received. Back in 2006, she was the moment. And they even have a song called Still Harming You in which they sample Sylvia Night's Congratulations. Pretty good song, pretty underrated. Please go listen to Till Harming You.
Why have you forsaken me?
There was a random phase on Vibe's TikTok where there was just a bunch of videos of them doing Giflar giveaways. Even Inky was involved. And often the options were, do you want Giflar or do you want a mystery box? If you chose the mystery box, you'll never guess what you got. Tier 4 is when we're getting into the real deep shit. You're trying to, if you know this, you're. So of course we've mentioned Kyle Horse already, but did you know that in their Minecraft series there are such characters as Cha 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 Parrot, Jedward Chickens, Tommy, the Gojo Cow. There's a lot of characters and a lot of them seem to be named after Eurovision acts. And it's very cute. They're just building their own little petting zoo. So unfortunately, in the first episode of their Minecraft series, they killed a lot of cows and they got really scared that Gojo would find out and be mad at them.
If you send this video of me killing cow to the guy from Australia, I will be so sad because I will be losing all my potential like friendship with him, and I want to be friends. And
when the pre-party season started, they did end up apologizing to Gojo in person. Needless to say, Gojo was a little confused.
We're so sorry for killing you. Yes, we just Minecraft and I'm so sorry. The Penis Museum. Very cool.
The boys started a little TikTok series in which they go to famous Icelandic landmarks. And the very first one that they just so happened to go to was the Penis Museum. Surprisingly, that video was not taken down despite how many times they said penis. And if I'm not mistaken, it's very close to 1 million views. Going back to the Italian Brain Rot back in Tier 2, the Brain Rot Lazy Town remix is a song that the boys managed to cook up during one of their TikTok streams. And I can't even lie, it's a bit of a banger.
Ballerina cappuccina. Sahu. Ballerina cappuccina. Assassino cappuccino.
Oh, I will say, I think Matti kind of regretted ever telling Hopdon about the Italian brain rot during it.
Trallallero, trallalla. Yeah. Trallallero, trallalla.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful.
So this is one of the first Discord inside jokes that we can really get to. Of course, because we need to moderate the server, we had to get Carlbot, whose mascot just so happens to be a little turtle. Just for shits and giggles, I managed to name him Vibe Turtle. He has a few silly commands that you can use on the Discord server for interaction purposes. And because he's so cute and so small, the Discord gang, they fell in love with the boy. And because of that, Vibe also became properly aware of Vibe Turtle, and they have approved of just how small and cute he is. Because of that, they were given a small turtle plushie to keep. Let me tell you, these guys, especially Halfdan, he loves showing off that turtle. He showed it to Olli, he showed it to Zifferblatt for some reason. He's just been taking him around to all the pre-parties. It's so adorable, honestly.
Here with Sissel, and she's gonna say the first thing that comes to mind.
Never think when I answer.
Favorite color?
Penis.
What's your favorite penis?
Vagina.
In an interview with one of the English reporters for Aruv, the boys mentioned that if they were to win Eurovision, they would like to host it in their backyard.
We were thinking about like maybe we could do it in our back garden.
Reykjavik 2026 in VÆBBERG's back garden.
Yes, that would be a dream. That would be a dream.
The actual hosts of the show would be their own cats. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that they were even performing in a backyard. Literally from the first song in VÆBBERG's career, they have just been randomly name-dropping every single person they know. And it's just a really funny detail once you notice it.
And would you rather get 34 in odds or creeper behind you?
Oh my god. I would creeper behind me.
One thing you'll come to learn about VÆBBERG is that they're not the best at organizing things. They were supposed to have a Q&A in their own Discord server. Once the day came and everybody literally prepared for it, there was a stage live waiting for them to stop by. Halfdan messaged me saying that they forgore. So as a sorry, Halfdan dropped by the Discord to say sorry to everyone that actually stopped by and wanted to listen to the Q&A. The VÆBBERG boys, they grew up in a very musically oriented family, which led to them growing up playing instruments. Matti, for example, he played trumpet and fiddle.
I'm playing the solo from Roa, guys. No worries.
And Halfdan, he plays the drums and also guitar to a lesser extent.
Hætti að tala um mig, heyri bara bla 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 bla.
He's been playing drums for a while now. I do recall him mentioning that he would maybe someday like to be in a band playing the drums, which it's very serious for me, and I would like to see it.
I would like to see it.
Having participated in Sångvakeppnin 2024, the boys had the chance to get to know Bashar, who is a Palestinian singer, and he got invited to participate in Sångvakeppnin with his song Wild West. Their friendship is so cute. The boys actually went to his little house and wished him a happy birthday. They even did the Icelandic version of Wild West as a cover. It's really sweet, and just it makes me happy. It makes me happy to see it. The VÆBBERG brothers, they have quite a few tattoos from what I recall, like Matti having Nemo tattooed, Halfdan having a tattoo of Itchy and Scratchy, I don't remember which one. But they also have a shared matching tattoo, which is just VÆBBERG written on their thighs.
Whoa!
And now for tier 5 is when you're getting some of the crazier VÆBBERG moments. And for this, I needed to get an expert who was actually close to VÆBBERG and would actually do a better job at explaining things than I am right now.
VÆBBERG are now singing Imagine by John Lennon both in their car and mid-interview. This is utterly surreal.
You may say I'm a dreamer, I'll be a dream, I'll be a dream, I'll be a dream.
Gojo's birthday toothbrush, aka the Spanish hotel stream. This one happened on April the 20th, when VÆBBERG did an Instagram live from their hotel in Madrid. Gojo appeared in the chat, and realizing that he was in the same hotel as them, VÆBBERG asked if he would come on the stream. Once he put his pants on, that's what he did. What followed during that stream included a race down the hallway of the hotel, getting in trouble with the staff for being too loud, pretending it's Gojo's birthday and that all three of them are brothers to try and get out of trouble, a dance battle where each of them chose songs for the other one, Gojo ding-dong ditching his own friend, going back to the staff to try and convince them to give Gojo a free birthday present, which ended up being a toothbrush, and taking a photo with the same guy who told them off for being too loud. Gojo was barefoot and shirtless the entire time. Vibe button polls. This actually happened on my stream, and apparently, according to the script I have in front of me, it was during the stream where we were discussing the running order of the semi-finals. Vibe were in chat for this stream, and they started requesting that there was a Vibe poll. I didn't really know what was going on, but eventually I gave them what they wanted. What do you mean, Vibe poll? Poll on what? What do you want me to poll about? Editor Jay works at McDonald's. In the same stream, Jay briefly mentioned his actual real-life job. When a viewer asked in chat where it was that Jay worked, Vibe replied, Jay work at McDonald's. Yaya Ding Dong and Roa 3DS version. Jay took his 3DS to London Eurovision Party and filmed both of Vibe's songs on the aforementioned 3DS. Hello, Gojo. This was during one of Sisal's famous Instagram streams where Matty had been invited to join. Sisal mentioned she was inviting a few more people, and she mentioned Gojo and Adonis by name. Adonis was the first one to join, and Matty, having not quite familiarized himself yet with the other acts, promptly exclaimed, "Hello, Gojo."
Hello, Gojo.
Wait, no, why? That's not Gojo.
No, where's Gojo?
Viral kebab tweet. Also while in Spain, Vibe made a TikTok about how devastated they were that the Doner kebab shop was closed because it was Easter weekend.
No, bro. Doner, please, doner kebab. Please, bro.
This made its way out of the Eurovision bubble and now has over 10,000 likes and 230,000 views. Vibe versus VÄBBERG. I'm starting to wonder just how much of this is going to involve me in some way. Basically, this was a section of my charity stream where, alongside Vibe and VÄBBERG, we raised $4,000 for the defense of Ukraine, where unfortunately for Vibe, they lost out in a trivia quiz, and VÄBBERG were crowned the ultimate Eurovision trivia champion.
Deserved, guys. Well deserved.
That said, and this was the start of the polls craze, they did win the televote. And the final result is Vibe with 74% of the spiritual winners. So, while VÄBBERG take home the trophy, not invited to Alessandra's karaoke tour. Vibe performed at Nordic Eurovision Party in Oslo, and while they were there, they met Alessandra backstage. She mentioned the fact that she was doing a karaoke tour for her fans, and when Vibe asked to join, they were immediately rejected.
Next week, I have a karaoke tour with my fans.
Oh my god, karaoke tour. Are we invited? Oh my god, that would be a dream.
No!
Their height difference isn't that big. Despite the fact that Halfdan's driving license says that he's 180 centimeters tall, he's actually only 178. Despite the fact that Matsu wants you to believe that he's tiny, he's actually only 4 centimeters shorter. Vibe in Times Square / meeting Max Foch. This refers to a holiday that Vibe went on in New York last year where they somehow made their way onto a billboard in Times Square and also met Max Foch. What does Vibe stand for? During Songbekämpningen last year, Vibe were asked whether their name stands for anything, and according to them, it does. Apparently it stands for Virthing, which means respect, Eithroleisi, which means serenity, and Bolandistemming, which means a good atmosphere, sort of. And with that terrible Icelandic, that's the end of my section. So, I'm off now. Bye.
Obviously, go subscribe to ESC Gabe if you haven't already, which, what are you doing? Already glazed him earlier. He makes great content, and you will find a lot more interesting Eurovision facts than you do here. I mostly just shitpost.